everybody. Shout out to my new subscribers. If you're new to my channel, welcome to day 27 healing. I'm sure my subscribers have been like, hey, where's Destiny at? We haven't seen the videos. I've been wrapping up my 2 courses that I was in my graduate program. And this week is the last week of my second class that I was taking with the other class. So safe to say I got an A in both. Yay! But anywho, I've been working on that, and I've also been doing my research for a new business venture that I'm gonna be doing here soon. It's a surprise, but you guys will know about it as soon as I put it out there. And this is something I've been, contemplating on. I've thought about it for a while, and I've just been I ain't gonna lie, I've been dragging a little bit because I was concerned, how well it would be received, or, what ways I can market it. But then, I really thought about it, and my angels told me, like, hey, just do it because this is something you're supposed to be doing anyway. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I'll do that. So, yeah, I'm working on that. I'm not going to give a, exact time frame when they're expecting and stuff. I'm just going to take my time with it so I can get all the information and knowledge I need, so that way when it is out there, the questions I get asked or the concerns people may have, I can answer them the best way I can and accommodate everybody the best way I can. But anywho, I am back today, guys, and I think this may be the only video I post today because, I mean this week, because I have a lot going on. I'm finna transition out of one class into another one this week. And I also have homecoming at my college that I got my bachelor's from. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of turn up and cram homework between now and Friday. So, yeah, y'all know how they go. But anyway, I hope everybody's had a good couple of weeks and everything's been going good for everybody, because all of these retrogrades, planets going direct, new planets finna go retrograde. When I say new planets, not like an actually new planet, I'm just saying planets that, hasn't been retrograde in a while. So one thing I do want to point out about these retrogrades, I know Venus is getting ready to go into retrograde soon. So with that being said, I need you guys to be on your toes, because for one, when Venus going to retrograde, a lot of things may surface. A lot of people see Venus as a planet of love, prosperity, creativity, and things like that, which is great. But on the flip side, it can be chaos, destruction, manipulation, and, too good to be true moments. So with Venus going in retrograde, just think about Venus energy being on the flip side. Now, this isn't to say that Venus retrograde will affect everybody negatively, because some people can get some positivity out of it. It's about how you perceive it and take it. But one thing I do want to say is watch out for those exes you let go for a reason. Watch out for those opportunities that have came to you before and you knew it was too good to be true and you left it alone. Watch out for people that you were once cool with, all of a sudden want to rekindle and make things right. And 3, just pay attention to yourself within. Pay attention to those things that you have pushed out and, crushed and let go that was hindering you. You might feel old feelings from things in the past, things that have hurt you. You might go back into that state of mind that you was in from the hurt that you felt from that. And also Pluto is direct too. So with that being said, be careful with that. I'll say with Pluto, you need to be very mindful of you within yourself and outwardly, because Pluto here to tear down all of the bullshit that no longer serves you. And if you don't do it, eventually over time it'll kill you. But that's all I have about the planets. Like, I don't know everything about each and every planet. I only know a little bit here and there, but I did want to put that out there because I feel like somebody may need that. And go do your own research. One good YouTuber, she's a witch and she's amazing. Her name is Jess on Bahati Life. If you want more information about astrology and the planets, go check her out. And another thing that I want to put out to everybody. There's a way you can go look and see where planets are placed in the world, and you can see, like, based on your astrology, like, where could you live, in the world or the United States that would be beneficial to you and your overall success in life. Like, if you want to challenge yourself, you go stay somewhere like where Uranus is placed. Or, if you want to, have fun or do something like that, or, really get out there, you might want to stay somewhere like where Jupiter is. But I would say when you do it for yourself, just read it, because it might be different. Jupiter might be chaos for somebody else. So just go check it out. Okay. All right. So I do not want to hold you guys long, because I know my videos can run long sometimes, but everybody tell me they enjoy them and all of that. But I want to start shortening them out, because, after a while your mind just go here and there. But let me get to it. Today's video is about trusting yourself. Trusting your intuition, trusting who you are as a person. The reason why I say this, because too many times we've listened to other people's quote-unquote advice, or, we've seen how other people do things, and we kind of like fall into that vibration. Honestly, that's where we go wrong. Now, I'm not saying don't take advice when you necessarily need it, or it depends on your life, or you're really going through some things and you can't figure it out, and somebody that's went through it that can help you. What I'm saying is those people that's like the naysayers, or the people that be like, oh no, you crazy for doing that, or no, you shouldn't do that, that's too much, you should go another direction, I wouldn't do it that way type shit. Oh, excuse me. But go in the direction that your intuition guides you to. We've all had those first thoughts that come to our mind, and then we listen to what somebody else says, or we let ego take over, and then we be like, man, I should have listened to my first thought. I should have went with my first mind, as some people call it. And you should. Now, don't get me wrong. It's okay to have discernment, to really look at things, to look at the reality, look at the logicness, of everything, because that's what you're supposed to do. Your emotion is there, to help you understand what it is, how you're feeling about it, and how to gauge what you need to do. But always use your logic, no matter how mad, angry, or sad or happy you are. Always use your logic and look at things for the reality of what it is, because the reality is the truth. Your emotions can be here for an hour and be gone within the next second. You get what I'm saying? But trust yourself. Trust who you are, because this is why some people never figure out their life purpose, or they can't find out what they want to do with their lives, because they're always listening to everybody else. You have to listen to yourself within. Have you ever just been sitting there quiet to yourself? You're not talking. You hear those thoughts in your mind, and you start really thinking, and it goes off into something. You've been created something in your mind that can make you a shitload of money, or help a lot of people in the world, or help change society for the better. And you just be like, then the ego comes in like, oh no, you're not gonna do that. You're used to working a 9 to 5. You hang out with your friends on the weekend. You save a little money. You good right there. Be comfortable right there. Don't step out on that. That's gonna be too much. No, it's not going to be too much. Just imagine if we all would just listen to ourselves and trust ourselves within ourselves, how far along and how far better we would be in our lives. Just think about it. Even when it seems like the most craziest thing to do, think about how far we've been in our lives. Now, when I say craziest thing, I'm not talking about when you roll up on your boyfriend and he's sitting there talking to a girl and your first mind say go slap the shit out of him. Like, no, not like that. But if that first thought came, the question like, hey, who is this, what's going on? Okay, do that, but don't go hit nobody, go crazy, go to jail, okay? No. But seriously though, what I'm saying is, most of the time that first thought you get is kind of like, it's almost like your intuition is sending you a signal to your mind to show you like, hey, this is what you should say, or this is what you should do. You know the difference in between your intuition and when you need to, and when it's like an emotionally charged response or thought or action. You get what I'm saying? Like, boom, you see somebody bullying your sister or brother, oh, you ready to square up. That's that more like you pissed. But then on the other side, you're walking down the street and just let's say you see a billboard sign saying some stuff like, why wait when the time is now? And then all of a sudden, boom, that thought comes to your mind. Oh, I need to create this website. Oh, I need to start this business. Oh, I need to focus on my inner self and become a better person. When those type of thoughts, that's the kind of stuff you need to pay attention to. And also, another thing why you should trust, your first thoughts, the things you feel, that gut feeling that you get with, with people is because that can help you decipher who's there for you and who's not. Because you really have to analyze and look at the situation. Because sometimes people can be tricky because you have energy vampires out there. You have manipulators out there. You have narcissists out there. You have the wolf in sheep clothing, like things like that. And I'm going to give you an example for me. I'm not going to put their name out there or nothing like that. I'm just going to say I had a situation with somebody close to me. And they did something I asked them not to do, and I didn't appreciate it. Do I think they're a bad person? No. But do I think they're manipulative? Yes. Do I think that they need to grow more spiritually and get their lives better? Yes. But for me, that taught me to how to decipher whether or not a person is really there for you or not. Were they there for me? I'm going to say overall, no. That was the first thought that came to mind. You get what I'm saying? My ego was like, nah, say yeah, talk about how they tried to, nah, they weren't. Because if they were, they wouldn't have did what they did in the first place. Everybody, sometimes has an agenda. When we hear that, like, ooh, what's the agenda? But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I love them, but I had to cut them off, send them on their way. And it's not anything wrong with that because our ego wants us to keep people around so we can be comfortable to have somebody there. But sometimes it's okay to sit in silence and be alone and have peace to yourself. Those are when you have the best thoughts that come to your mind. You have to channel your mind in a positive direction because if you don't, of course you'll sit there and think negative thoughts if you're not positive. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this video today is not, me like, I can't put it in like, this is number one. I got to get it out to you. I feel like it got to come out because this has been on my mind for like almost 2 weeks. Like I knew this was going to be the next video, but I was just like, damn, how do I put it out there? How am I going to put it out? But it has to come out like this because I feel like somebody needs me to talk to them rather than, do all the little extra, things. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, trust your intuition, trust that instinct that you have. And like I say, for example, an old friend of mine, I don't have no drama with her. We don't have no beef, but do I still talk to her, communicate with her? No. And somebody be like, why, Destiny? Because something wasn't right about her energy. You can look at a person from the surface. And, I've had a few situations like this with people. Like, it's not just geared to this one friend, but I'm just using the friend as the example. And when I'm saying that, I can be talking about more than one person, but I'm not finna be that person that throw people names out there, start messing drama. I don't like that shit. Honestly, I don't like confrontation, but when somebody confronts me, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm not saying I gotta fight nobody, but I'm gonna, speak like I need to, but let's get back to it because that's another story for another day. But I'll say, for example, when I first met them, I was just like, dang, they seem cool, they seem fun, but, the psychic, antenna start buzzing, the empathic start feeling the weird vibe. Higher self like Destiny, nah, this ain't the one, you don't need to be friends with her. It's like, hey, Destiny, she's thriving off of your misery. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had some crazy shit going on, I always there want to know, like, the fake concern, but then it's like, when everything good, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, I was just like, okay. I didn't catch it at first because when you got so much shit on your mind and going on, you're not thinking about all that, even though your intuition is still going to be there. Even after you ignore your first thought, your intuition is still going to be on your ass telling you like, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. This shit right here ain't right. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta pay attention to that, because if you don't, you're gonna keep putting yourself in situations you don't want to be in. You're gonna find yourself stuck in life, and you're gonna one day realize it, and then you're gonna look back at this like, damn, I should have been listening to this the whole time. A lot of people want to look outwardly, trying to figure out who they are and all of this, or take notes from these gurus, or do things like that. Honestly, look within yourself. That's why you have angels. That's why you have spiritual guides. That's why you have ancestors. Now, one thing you can follow from some girls is trusting that. And they always tell you, trust within yourself. But some of us get so caught up in this I need a leader mentality to where we forget who the hell we are personally. I've been there, I've done it, so that's why I'm telling you, trust your own self first. You know, I don't really want to cuss like that, because I heard something about YouTube, on some other stuff, but you got to say, forget these folks, man, and focus on you. Focus on you within. Now, when you start focusing within yourself, the universe is going to bring you people that can help you and guide you along the way in the physical. And you already got your spiritual team there. You just got to talk to them. They be there. Sometimes they just be sitting there waiting like this. And they're going to show you stuff, and they're going to help you. They ain't trying to control you, do all that kind of shit. They just helping you and showing you. They're making it easier for you. You might have some challenges here and there, because, when we come back, it's going to be stuff laid out for us that we got to overcome and go through to get to where we need to be. But we have to understand not to get stuck in that shit. Just look at it this way. The next time you have some chaotic or crazy shit go on in your life, look at it as, how did I manifest this in my life? How did I bring this to me? What can I do to overcome this obstacle? Don't try to figure out and swim through the obstacle. Figure out how to build a bridge over that shit. Go over that shit and keep going. And keep doing that, because once you start doing it, you're showing the universe like, hey, I'm letting positivity flow through me and let it stay. And I'm also letting the negativity flow out and filter out and get out my way. Like, a lot of people get so wrapped up in feeling these negative feelings and getting stuck in that shit. And that's why they can't progress or move forward, because you're not trusting yourself enough. Trust yourself. I want to cuss so bad. I want to say everybody else, but, sometimes you got to say, man, forget everybody else right now and focus on yourself. And that is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with being selfish, as some people call it. Focus on you. It's your life. You have to live it. Nobody can live it for you. Nobody knows you, 100%. They only know what you give them. Think about that, too. People only know what you give them. So if you want to be perceived a certain way, change your energy, change yourself. But don't do it to make them happy. Do it for you and your growth and happiness. You get what I'm saying? That's why I can't stress it enough. Trust yourself. Hey, this video ran longer than intended, but hey, I had to get it out. I feel like somebody gonna catch this, and they're gonna be like, damn, I needed this. And I'm glad you did, because I brought it to you. There you go. Just what you needed. And I'm glad I could do it, because I love to help. And I'll give you one more example from my life and things I've been through. I love to help people. I've figuratively broken my back to help people. Exhausted my savings to help people. Being uncomfortable in my own home to help people. Giving my last to help people. And I'll say, maybe out of a lot of people I help, maybe a few have reciprocated the help back when needed. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that was, lessons to teach me how to be prepared for what I'm going to do. Because, wanting to be a counselor and wanting to help people in a lot of ways, I know I may have bigger issues to one day deal with. So I need to know how to deal with that shit. Learn how to deal with it now, so when I do get to those levels, I know exactly what it is, and ain't nobody going to be able to fool me or manipulate me or pretend like they're on their last crutch and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I won't, channel that shit from an emotional perspective and just want to hug and help. I channel it from a logical perspective. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can still make it through life. You can still do this and that. You don't need me to lay it out for you. You got your own shit. Just like I got my own. Like how I'm here right now, I've had help and advice along the way, but most of all, I did a lot of it on my own. So that's why I tell people you can do it on your own. You don't need nobody else to help you get to where you need to be unless, you know, you're going through some stuff mentally. You feel like you need a therapist. Oh, yeah, I'm going to throw that out there because I'm going to be a therapist one day. So, yeah, come sit down and talk to somebody. But in essence, when you really think about it, the therapist didn't bring you there. You brought yourself to the therapist. So, again, you are doing it for you. Nobody else making you do it, nothing like that. Even if somebody suggested it, when you make the decision is on you. Everything you do is on you, no matter what it is. You can't blame nobody else for the choices and decisions you make. I know some people are like, well, what about the people that's in these situations where they're manipulated or somebody has control over them? At some point in time, it could be karma or it could be a life lesson for them. At some point in their lives, they manifested this. I'm going to tell you one more thing, and then I'm really going to be gone. Think about what you think about. Think about what you feel, and think about what you want, and think about what you don't want. A lot of us sit here and focus on the shit we don't want, and we see that shit in our head, and we feel that when we send it up, our higher selves get it, and we get it back. But the way we get it is not having what we actually want, and that what we don't get pushed out the way. You get put in situations that you don't want to be in, because when you thinking about it, I don't want to deal with this more. I'm tired of this. I'm just tired. You sending that shit up to your higher self. Your higher self like, oh, I see you want to keep being in situations you don't like. Oh, okay. I'm finna send that right to you. And your higher self know what's up, but your higher self like, hey, I'm not finna be doing all this extra for you. You came here to live your life for a reason. You made the choice. I'm here to help, but I'm finna show you, like, I'm not here to just do everything for you. You came here to learn and prosper and do what you gotta do. But until you do, you keep sending me this, I'm gonna keep sending you that. But once you start sending me what you want and I see that you changing, I'm gonna give you what you want. It may sound that simple. I know it's a process you got to work. And it really can be that simple if you make it. Let me change that. It can be that simple. But you have to make it that simple. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, this is really it, y'all. This is it. Because I got to go do homework. I got a 15 to 18 PowerPoint presentation that's due tomorrow. And no, I have not started on it. And I don't feel bad about that. I'm like a diamond. Like when it's under pressure, it's once it's done, it's one of the most beautiful things you ever seen. Let me stop before I send for my high school. Like, oh, you want to be under pressure all the time, huh? Okay. Let me fix that up for you. But yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. It's just like a figurative thing. But you still got to be careful with that shit too, because you been manifested a elephant on the moon, and then you think you done lost your mind. But I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Again, this is day 27 healing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I am out. Bye.